This is a KVM running on an IFL processor on a physical LPAR. Virsh is a command line tool used to configure virtual machines. So before we create a new instance, I'll display the current VMs running on the KVM. First up, we'll use the QEMU-IMG utility to create a QCOW2 disk image called popupg.qcow2, which is based on a PopUp Mainframe provided image called PopUp Final Compressed QCOW2. Now that we have the image, we can start the virtual machine using virt install. Among other parameters, you can see we are providing Ubuntu as the operating system, allocating 4 virtual CPUs, and providing the disk path of the image we created in the previous command. The virtual machine has been started, and we can see that PopUp VM is now running. We will now log on to the instance and request the ZDNT license. This needs to be run from the IBM sys1 home directory, which should be the default directory when you log on. We run the request_lic command, which creates a pm request.lic file. You will need to share the file or the key within the file with the PopUp team so they can generate a valid license key for your instance. The PopUp team will provide a license key for your instance. You can transfer the file to the IBM sys1 home directory, or as we are showing here, create a pm_update.lic file and copy in the provided license key. We can then run the apply license command with the pm_update.lic file, which should generate a valid file response confirming that the license key is valid. We can now run the ZDT setup script as the root user from the user local bin directory. You will be prompted to key in your license server details for the license server instance you will be using in your environment. Once done, select OK and the ZDT setup process will begin. After a few minutes, when the process completes, you will see an installation completed prompt advising that your PopUp is ready to use. We can now IPL or start our PopUp instance. We do this by running the IPL script from the IBM sys1 home directory. Once TSO and TN3270 are started, there is a prompt advising you that you can log on before the script completes. You can log on using your emulator of choice. For this demonstration, we will be using IBM PCOM. Select Communication and then Link Parameters, where you are able to enter your PopUp IP address and port, which is normally 3270. After clicking OK and then Connect, you should see the PopUp login screen, where you can use the PopUp default users of either IBM User or ADCD MST. Passwords for these will be provided by your PopUp team. We have completed the work we needed to do on this PopUp instance and have decided that it is no longer required and can be deleted. Using the virsh list all command, we can see the VMs currently running on the KVM. We can use the virsh destroy command to terminate the VM. Running the list command again, we can see it has a state of shut off, and we can then run the undefined command to remove the PopUp VM. We specify the remove all storage parameter to delete the associated storage volumes.